What's up, YouTube? AT here, coming at you guys with another banger video. With so many Anbernic devices out, it might be kind of hard to pick which one to buy, especially with these things being priced kind of up there. You want to make sure you're really knowing what you're paying for and getting the right one. So today, I'm going to go through my little collection of Anbernic devices, and I'm going to show you which one I think is the best Anbernic for your value, or at least help you decide which one is the perfect Anbernic device for you. So just a little rundown of these things. I mean, if you're clicking on this video, I'm pretty sure you guys already know what these things are. In case you don't, they are handheld game emulators. If you get them from the link that I provided below, they come preloaded with thousands of emulated games from all your favorite consoles from your childhood. But it doesn't stop there, because you guys can actually download more games onto this thing. You see right here, we got PlayStation, Neo Geo Pocket, you know, and it just keeps going. Sega Genesis, all that. So they're very, very good. I personally collect a ton of them. I think I have around 10 right now. So which one do you select? Which one are you getting? So first, let's just go ahead and talk around prices overall. Let's say you just want to start off and you're not trying to spend that much and you just want a quick boom. You know, you just want to buy something and emulate it real quick, see if these things are legit, see what the hype's about. My screen is kind of dirty right now. Let me go ahead and wipe that off. So boom, check that out. This is the Rg35xx. Now, the reason I love this thing is because it is probably the cheapest Anbernic you guys can get, and it is super powerful. This thing has Garlic OS on it. So the cool thing about this is it's around $50, sometimes around $80. Just depends where you get it from, but if you get it from that link below, you guys can use code AT for 50% off. Wait, scratch that. 15% off. I'm so sorry. 15% off. Click that down below and you guys can get this thing on sale. But yeah, this thing is super impressive. You can emulate all kinds of games on here. We have PlayStation 1, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Arcade, Sega, Dreamcast. Check it, all these right here, guys. Mega Drive. Super cool. You can emulate all these games on here. So personally, this one right here, it's super cheap. Shipping is very fast. You guys can emulate a ton of games. You guys can add more games. It has Garlic OS, very good layout. Just look at the design of this thing in general. I love that transparent white. It's just so nice. So this one right here, if you're just trying to spend a little bit of money and get into retro emulation, this is definitely the one I highly suggest. But let's say, you know, you've kind of had emulators for a while, or maybe let's say you just want a little Game Boy style emulator, but you want to add some joysticks, because this is one thing. There's no joysticks on this. Let's say you want to maybe play some games that you can add joysticks on and stuff like that, right? So this is when I would bring out the Rg353vs, right? This is the Rg353vs. It has joysticks. Pretty much looks identical to this, but just without joysticks. But this is also around double the price. This thing's around 150, 180. This thing gets up there a little more in price, but it's also much heavier. This thing can run all the way up to, I want to say this thing can run, don't get me wrong, GameCube, hold on. This thing can run GameCube, this thing can run Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, I mean, just a ton of games this thing can run. So let me go ahead and turn it on right now so I can show you exactly. It's better to just turn this thing on and show you what it can run. But yeah, so this one runs Anbernic OS. This one runs Garlic OS. So they are two different OSs. But this also has dual boot. So this one has Anbernic OS on it as well. It's just a little different. So this one right here is the Rg353vs. This also has all the same games as the Rg353ps right here. But if you guys want to scroll through, so all games on here, we have 27,405 games. And here are all the systems beautifully laid out. Look at that. PSP. Come on, this thing is epic. So if you guys want to get this one, it is a little more expensive, but it comes with joysticks. You get a couple extra games on here, 27,405 to be exact, which is a ton of games. You'll literally never go bored. Let's say if you don't like that Game Boy design, but you want those same games, then the Rg353ps is perfect for you, because, I mean, look at that. It's literally like an old PlayStation controller. It has all the same games on it. Has that dot matrix on the screen. I just really love this thing. Screen protector fits perfectly. It fits in your hands really well. It feels nice. It's got some good weight to it. So this would be another one I would recommend. This goes around the same price as the other one, the Rg353vs, but you know, everything has slight variations, but this is a little more expensive. And then if you want to really go up there and maybe spend a little extra 100, you know, maybe really test your waters, we have this bad boy right here. And this is the Rg405v, my personal favorite, my personal daily driver. I use this thing every single day. This is probably my all-time favorite Anbernic that I've reviewed so far. I mean, just look at the translucency. It's just so nice. Screen protector fits so perfectly. Press a little button up here to switch to your game emulators, and you have all these systems all the way up to PS2, Nintendo Wii, and 3DS on this bad boy. So it's really your preference on what you guys want to emulate, but this one right here is my favorite. Sometimes this thing's around $400. You guys get it around $350, sometimes around $250 if you're lucky. I've seen sometimes it drop down to like $180 if you're really, really lucky. It just depends. Tap that link below if you guys want to get it. Use code AT for 15% off, and you guys can get this bad boy on sale. But this one is definitely my favorite. It's the biggest, so it fits better in your hands than these ones. If you want to look at a size comparison, you know, the screen is much bigger, right? It has more thickness to it, more aerodynamics. This thing has a fan that you can actually adjust, an adjustable fan. This thing has Android. It's touchscreen, right? So this thing can run Game Pass, Roblox, Call of Duty Mobile. I love this thing. My 405v, it also has the best battery life out of all of my systems. This is also the 405M, so it's the same exact thing as this 405v, except it's long ways like this, and it's a full metal body. The only difference is, though, this one doesn't have a quick button to switch over to the game OS like this one does. Also, this one doesn't have adjustable fans. I want to say these are the exact same thing, but this one is just a more updated version. It looks more like a Game Boy. I pick the 405v over the 405M any day, but it's each their own. If you guys like metal, like if you like a cold device, like this thing is cold. This thing is ice cold. You touch it, it's cold to the touch. I mean, oh, it just feels so, it feels so good. Like literally this thing is ice cold. I love that feeling, just like the 353M. So the difference between the 353M and the 405M, this one has all the games as the 353M, this one has all the games as the 405v. The only difference is these things are metal. This one is a little bit bigger. They both have Android, except this one you can easily just access Android by pressing some switches on the screen. This one you have to take out the SD card and then reboot it, and it reboots into Android. So to each their own. Out of these metal devices, which one do I recommend? I'd probably recommend the 405M just because it's a little bit bigger, fits in your hand a little bit better, and already has the Android loaded up on there. So out of metal devices, I recommend the 405M. Out of the Game Boy devices, depending on how much you want to spend, I'd probably recommend the 405v if you're really just trying to go out with your money and really have a good device. They also have it in a nice wooden color too, which is nice, right? So that's how that looks. If you guys want to, let me hold that right, so you guys can actually see a little difference between the colors, you know? So it looks pretty nice. But I mean, if you're just trying to like start off and you just want to start off with emulating, you've been seeing these devices, you don't know which one to buy, you don't want to drop hundreds of dollars on them yet. This thing is under $100. It does literally everything this one can do. I mean, look at the backs. Let the backs speak for themselves. Them things are identical dang near. I mean, look at that. Right? They're so similar. I'm telling you, for under $100, this is the best budget. Personally, out of everything in this video, I mean, if you have unlimited money to spend, I'll take it, all of them. But if you have unlimited money to spend, I'll say get the 405v. But if you just want to start off, get the Rg35xx. I'm just saying. It's between, like, this is like top of the line, and it's not bottom of the line, but this is just like introduction. But it's crazy because this thing is still so powerful. I don't want people to see this and be like, oh, that's not good. Like, this thing is so powerful. So it's really a preference at the end of the day, how much your budget is wanting to go. All of these come with these special cases. So if you guys get them from the link on my screen, they all come with these cases right here. So you guys get a carbon fiber case or a gray case. They're hard cases that also comes with an SD card reader or an HDMI cable to connect to a TV or a charger. You guys can actually connect these things to external monitors right there, so you can play it on your TV, add Bluetooth controllers, let your family, friends play, stuff like that. So it's super nice. Besides that, guys, that is my conclusion. That wraps it up. You know, I recommend this one for the budget, this one for the ballers, you know, the Rg35xx, the Rg405v. If you guys want to see any games on these things tested, please let me know in the comments. I read all my comments. Speaking of comments, this is a brand new YouTube channel. I started my first channel 3 days ago. It was going great, and then I think the Nintendo police got me or something, because out of nowhere, my channel was just suspended, and all my videos were deleted after we hit 37 subscribers and had over 100 views. To me, that's a lot, so I was going to quit, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm really passionate about this. I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to keep going. So here we are. We're back again with some more videos. Today we dropped 2 videos in one day because we're not letting no one stop us. So please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are watching this. Every sub counts. Thank you guys in advance. This video is about to be 10 minutes long, which is crazy, but hey, I guess we got a 10-minute long video, right? I'm not going to add any cuts or anything like that. Just going to keep it raw. So Once again, best for your budget right here, under $100. But if you're trying to spend a few hundred, then get this one right here. Bang for your buck. And all these other ones just kind of fall in the middle. All these other ones, they just kind of fit in their place where they're meant to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, to each their own. It's really all preference. If you love PlayStation, then you're gonna want to get this one. You know, if you like a metal feel, you're gonna get one of these. If you just want a big screen, you're gonna want to get this, nice and covered. But if you just want to start, you're gonna get this, and you guys know the conclusion. So, anyways, thank y'all for joining once again. I'll see y'all next time. Let me know your comments, your thoughts in the comments, and yeah, what Anbernic do you like the most? Peace out.